At the start of the movie, we're told that after the Earth got messed up, all humans set up colonies in space. But life in these colonies wasn't easy at all. Every day was a new challenge just to survive. Nothing stayed the same in this world. If you didn't adapt to the changing environment, you'd get killed. While explaining all this, we see a scene on a spaceship. Suddenly, without any warning, an alien ship shows up. A little girl inside the spaceship sees the alien ship coming and gets scared, locking herself in a room. After a while, her dad, worried, comes to the room and starts knocking loudly on the door. The girl hesitates, wondering if she should open it or not. Suddenly, on a nearby screen, her mom appears and warns her to stay strong and not open the door for anyone, no matter what. The girl's still confused. Then, suddenly, from down the hallway, there was a sound of screaming, and a few seconds later, we were shown a scene outside where her dad had already died. The girl was completely shattered by all this. On the screen, her mom tries to comfort her, telling her to stay strong and that she's brave. The girl hadn't even started to get over the grief of losing her dad when she saw on the screen that aliens had attacked her mom too, and she was killed shortly after. We find out the kid's name is Olivia, and in just 1 minute, her whole world had been destroyed. Then, the scene cuts to years later. Olivia has grown up, and we see her in a new human colony in space. Even now, she wakes up scared by the same sounds that killed her dad that day. She looks around at this world she lives in. This place, this colony, feels way too artificial. Even the trees here look like fake toys. Anyway, she's looking at a family photo when Mira walks into her room. Mira is her fiance's daughter. Mira came to ask Olivia about her dad, and when Mira saw Olivia looking at the family while looking at the photo, she asks Olivia about her family, and Olivia tells her that both her parents have passed away. Anyway, after a little while, we see Mira's dad, Andrea, come up to Olivia and ask, "So, what have you decided? Are you going to stay with us now?" Olivia thinks for a moment, nods, and says, "I've only got 3 months left on my contract, and after that I plan to go back to Earth." Hearing this, Andrea looks a bit sad, but Olivia reassures him that she will definitely come back to see him. Later, a boy comes to meet Olivia. He wants to know about Earth because he's never seen it. Excitedly, he asks her, "Are there really animals in the world?" Olivia laughs and says yes, then tells him all about everything in the world that he hasn't seen in this space colony. The boy gets lost in these ideas about Earth that he's never experienced. After that, Olivia goes inside the control room to meet her coworker, Alo. So he tells her that they're installing some new stuff in the system. Just now, they were talking when Mira called Olivia again. This time, she was scared. Worried, she tells Olivia, "Either you don't leave us and go back to Earth, or take all of us with you." Olivia explains that it's not possible for them to go to Earth, and she can't stay here either. She was just trying to explain this to Mira when the call suddenly got cut off. Out of nowhere, emergency alarms started blaring, and there was an explosion inside the facility. The blast shook the entire place. Before they could even check what had happened, Alo and Olivia began sending out danger warnings throughout the facility. Everyone started rushing toward the safe rooms, and chaos erupted everywhere. Meanwhile, Lo was really worried about the people injured in the blast, but Olivia wasn't thinking about them at all. She wanted to find out what actually caused the explosion, but all the cameras were down. Feeling frustrated, Olivia decided to go outside herself to see what was going on. And just then,
she and the others looked out the window and saw a strange airship hovering outside. They realized it was an alien ship and that aliens were attacking their space colony. The airship was right there at that moment. Olivia quickly tried to shut down that sector, but despite that, no one knew if the aliens had actually landed on their colony or not. Olivia tried to get a better look, but it was too dark, so she turned on the tracking system. The red dots showed that more creatures had entered their colony and were attacking and killing humans. Suddenly, the number of dead bodies on the tracking system started increasing, outnumbering the living. To handle the situation, Olivia decided to initiate a full lockdown of the colony and told everyone to rush to the nearest shelters. She called Mira and told her to stay inside Sector 2. She also told Andrea to head towards Sector 2. But before Andrea could reach his destination, he fell victim to the alien. They were gone. These aliens had already shut down Sector 5, and they tore through it like it was made of paper doors, though those doors were supposed to be unbreakable. Seeing this, Olivia and the others looked at each other, worried. The aliens had gone inside Sector 5 and killed everyone there. Now, they told the people from Sectors 1, 2, and 3 to head toward Shelter 2, while the folks from Sectors 4 and 5 were told to go to Shelter 1. A lot of people didn't want to go to the shelters. They wanted to fight these aliens, their enemies. But Orlo knew humans didn't have any weapons to fight these aliens right now. He tried to convince everyone. Listen, these aliens are way too dangerous. Fighting them isn't possible. While he was explaining all this and telling them to move toward the shelters, Olivia had other plans. She felt that if they fought, more people could escape to the shelters from behind. Listening to Olivia, more people started guiding those left outside, telling them where the enemies were coming from and where to attack. They had to do it, but in just a few seconds, the fight ended badly because all the aliens mercilessly killed the humans in no time. Seeing this, he got even angrier. He told Olivia to open all the shelters so they could save as many humans as possible. She refused and said that opening the shelters would put the people locked inside the previous shelters in danger too. Just then, they heard some noises coming from outside the control room. The sound started off faint, but grew louder. It wasn't a human sound. It was a creature's noise, which scared both Arlo and Olivia. Then they started hearing humans screaming and shouting nearby, and suddenly, all the noises stopped completely. Arlo and Olivia realized that all the humans who had come there were killed by the alien. Anyway, they quickly headed back toward the control system because they still had to save the remaining people inside their space colony. A lot of them people hadn't reached the shelters yet, and the shelters that some had made it to didn't have their doors closed. The aliens could get inside any time. So Olivia tells Arlo to close all the shelter doors, but Arlo says they should wait a bit longer so more people can get inside. Olivia argues, saying that if they don't close the gates now, everyone will get killed. She tries to go close the gate herself, but Arlo stops her because he sees his parents going inside Shelter 1. He waits for them to get in, and in that time, the aliens arrive and attack. Not just Parlo's parents, but everyone inside Shelter 1 gets killed. Even Olivia's friend ends up in such bad shape, it looked like both of them were about to die. They couldn't even view their screens anymore. Before they could say anything, they get a call from Shelter 2, and it turns out the creature had reached there too. Since Olivia didn't want to cause a panic, she lies, saying everyone inside that shelter is safe for at least 2 hours.
We can stay safe. Now, Olivia asks what we should do next, but Orlo wasn't really with it. Just then, Olivia gets a call from her friend's daughter. She's asking where her dad is. Olivia lies and tells her he's totally safe in Shelter 1. Hearing this, the others get angry and ask Olivia why she lied. Olivia explains, look, this isn't the time to tell the truth and cause panic. Right now, we need to stay calm ourselves and keep others calm while handling this situation. Her words affect Orlo too, and he starts to pull himself together. Now, they want to call in teams from outside for help, but find out that the aliens have destroyed their radio tower. Then, they see on their screens that 6 people still haven't gone into their shelters. They're hiding outside. Olivia says they can try contacting those 6 to get help. So, they reach out to a man in the church who first asks about his son. Her son wasn't even alive in this world, but they lie, saying her son is safe. Meanwhile, Olivia contacts a guy named Nish and gives him a mission to get 2 injured people to the shelter room. These guys had given the church boy the job of fixing the radio tower. At the same time, they spot a couple hiding inside the mine. To save that couple, Olivia calls them into the control room. Then, on the other side, it shows Pashi, the guy fixing their radio tower, when Olivia sees a monster creature right behind him. Meanwhile, the old man, Nishu, is helping that couple whose condition is so bad they could die any minute. So Olivia gives Nishu a new mission to distract the creatures so Bashir can do his work. Olivia's plan works. The creatures get distracted when Nishu goes near them, but in the process, Nishu loses his life. Outside the control room, the couple has now arrived, and Olivia had opened the door to let them in. While fixing the tower, Bashu asks Olivia if what's happening now has ever happened before. Olivia says yes, it has. Back in childhood, aliens had attacked our colony, and both my parents were killed in that attack. After that, the government took me into their custody. They taught me and trained me to control the space colony. Meanwhile, we see that Bashir managed to fix that radio tower. Olivia also requests help from the foreign headquarters and finds out that not just their colony, but many other space colonies were attacked by aliens too. All the rescue teams are busy there, and any rescue team coming from Earth would take about 12 hours to arrive. So they have to survive on their own for those 12 hours because there's no other way. Just then, Bashir sees
sees a creature coming toward him. To kill the creature, he throws a grenade but ends up dying in the attack himself. Now there's a pregnant woman whom Livia had given shelter to inside her control center. Her husband tells Livia that there's a ship nearby where 3 people can safely escape from this place. The woman tells Livia that the 3 of them will leave and asks Livia to stay behind. She's shocked by his recklessness and tells him that he risked his life to save both of them. So how could she just abandon him now? But this woman wasn't emotional at all and didn't want to listen to anyone. When Livia refuses to listen to the girl goes over and puts a gun to her Livia's neck. She tells her that if she does that and anyone else gets hurt, she'll release the alien locked up in Shelter 1 and send it toward Mine 1, where her husband is. When the girl won't let go of Livia, a fight breaks out between them, and Livia actually opens the cage holding the monster. Hearing Mine's voice, the monster heads toward Mine and is about to attack the boy, but the boy manages to escape and runs toward the control room. Livia opens the control room door, letting both the boy and the monster inside. The girl with the gun starts attacking the alien monster instead of Livia, but in a split second, the monster jumps and kills the girl. Then the monster moves toward the girl's husband, and after that, it's right behind Livia. To save herself, she rushes into a room. Even the heavy metal door gets smashed by the alien with a single punch. When Orr attacks the creature from behind to protect Livia, the creature turns its attention towards Orr. At that moment, Orr had a grenade. He throws it right onto the monster, killing one but seriously injuring several others. Livia immediately rushes to him and senses that there are even more aliens around. To distract them, she activates a wide noise device and stays close by. The creature comes over, picks up the noise device, and throws it far away. Just then, another creature shows up. Orr tells Livia, "Run from here. I'm not going to make it anyway, but at least I'll save you." He steps in front of the creatures, giving Livia a chance to escape through the back door. She could have just gotten on the emergency ship and left, but then she remembers her friend's daughter and the others, so she decides not to leave and heads back to the control room. First, she checks the positions of all the monsters. She finds out that everyone was in Sector 5 at that time. She also learns the monsters' weakness. They get distracted by void noise. So she takes some void noise devices and a bunch of grenades and heads towards Sector 5. When all the aliens get distracted, she plants grenades all over the place and then makes a big blast while escaping. Because of that explosion, the aliens' ship and all the aliens in Sector 5 are destroyed, and everyone inside the shelter stays safe. Meanwhile, the rescue team arrives and starts saving the survivors one by one. Livia's friend's daughter comes out and asks about her dad, only to find out he was killed. Then she asks the rescue team about Livia, but they don't know. She spots Livia's family photo on the floor and tells the rescue team Livia must be nearby. So the rescue team begins searching there, following the girl's lead. Let's get started, and in no time, they find Livia. She's alive and well. The kid runs up and hugs Livia, and everyone here praises her because Livia saved a lot of lives and single-handedly took down the entire alien army. Showing Livia's bravery like this, the movie ends here.